we're talking about complex sentences, and we say that we can distinguish them from the others by the fact that there is always a main clause. What is the meaning of main clause, and why is it called independent? Well, if you can see the presentation, then it says that the main clause is called that way because it can stand alone on its own. That is, if we remove that clause from the sentence, it will continue to make sense and to be a full sentence. Okay? So there are two ways in which we can form complex sentences. Number one is by joining subordinate clauses to the main clause with conjunctions. We have already seen subordinated conjunctions, okay? So we can say something like, we will start the class as soon as all the students are connected. In this case, we will start the class is the main clause because we can remove it. I mean, we can analyze it as a full sentence and it doesn't depend on the other. But the other clause, as soon as all the students are connected, if we remove that clause, it doesn't make much sense. I mean, it will need something else in order to be a full sentence. Do you understand so far?
Yes, mister.
Okay, and then we have another example. If you don't study the theory, it's useless to do the exercise. So there we have, it's useless to do the exercise. And that is the main clause, and the principle is the same. If we remove it, if we take it out, that is a sentence that will continue to make sense and will be considered as a full sentence. That won't happen with the first part. If you don't study the theory, that is a subordinate clause because it needs from another part in order to be complete and to make sense. Is this okay?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the first way to form complex sentences. And then there is another one. The second way is by using infinitive or participle constructions. Then we have something like, to upload the file, we have to click on the icon. We call these infinitives or participle constructions, and in other parts of the theory, we have also called them non-finite clauses, okay? We call them non-finite because they do not contain the finite verb. Remember that the definition of a finite verb was a verb that was affected by tense, person, and number. In this case, we have to upload. To upload is not affected by a tense because it's neither in the present simple, nor in the simple past, nor in the present perfect, okay? It's a to infinitive form. And in the second example, you have seen the door open, the cat escaped as fast as he could. In this case, we have a present participle or an ing infinitive. Again, this is not a tense. It doesn't have a subject. It's not affected by person. So this is not an infinitive construction or a non-finite clause. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. So we will see all the types of structures that we may come across when we analyze complex sentences, okay?